This week on Hairstyles Are Little Trouble, we have a Southern Belle hairstyle. Hello everyone, for this week of Hairstyles Are Little Trouble, we're going to be doing a kind of a Southern Belle hairstyle. If you watch old movies where they portray the South, this is a very common hairstyle that they do, something very similar to this at least. Yeah, for this hairstyle you don't need exceptionally long hair. Actually, that's kind of my surprise of the week. I took my own advice of a couple weeks ago and I got my hair drastically chopped off. The split ends were looking really bad, so I finally was just like, Lens, take all this stuff off. This looks terrible. So, yeah, my hair is very short. Sad news about that means that probably I won't be able to do many more Star Wars hairstyles until my hair grows back. But I'm eating lots of raisins, so it should grow back pretty fast. Maybe a couple months, and I'll be back to my normal length. For this hairstyle, you need a scrunchie. That sounds really crazy that you'd be doing a scrunchie with one of my hairstyles, but trust me on this. You really need a scrunchie because you need something that's going to be able to hold your hair tightly. And this is the only thing I've been able to find that really does that without being drastically stretched and, straining your hair and all that. So, the first thing you want to do is get a really, really high ponytail. Now, there's really no way for me to illustrate this to you except for turn your hair upside down. That's what I'm going to do. So, I'm going to quickly get a ponytail in. Comb your hair. What you want to do is you want to finger comb your hair down, just like this. Your hair naturally is not going to want to go in a really high ponytail. That is the hardest part, is your hair, because of gravity, is naturally going to want to go low. But you got to fight with it because you need it to be high up. And I would recommend using a dark scrunchie. This was just the only one I found. The dark one will be a little bit easier to hide, but it's really not all that important what color it is. Okay, now we have our super high ponytail, and we feel like we look like an orc right about now. Okay. There. Now, what's naturally going to happen is you can see all these little hairs here that are just going all crazy. Normally I would just ignore them, but for this hairstyle it's going to look really bad if we ignore them. So just take a little bit of hairspray, actually, is what you should use. I'm just using water for this because I really don't like hairspray, you know me. And nobody's really going to see this hairstyle, so I'm not going into extreme detail. This gives you the general idea anyway. Water works just as well. It doesn't have as much hold as hairspray would. So if you're going to do this hairstyle for real, use hairspray because it will hold the thing in place. Water will just smooth it temporarily. Alright, so now we have this insanely high ponytail. Now take a sock donut, or if you have them, they're making a lot of them now. These hair scrunchie things. You use them to make, a perfect bun and all that. Take that, get your finger through it, slide your hair into it, and you probably think, oh yeah, I know where to go from here and make the sock bun. Not really. Okay, you are going to spread your hair over it, just like you would for a sock bun. But we're going to do it a little differently. So what we're going to do is arrange the hair on top so that it covers it, and you're going to want to pin it in the middle. And then just kind of push the hair to the side. Make sure it still covers the sock donut, but you don't want the hair actually to be, you're not going to be attaching it to the bun with the hairband like you normally would. Okay, So now that we have our hair pushed back, you can see this thing's kind of separating on me here. You may take quite a few bobby pins to get your hair to stay in place, because this isn't normal for hair to do what we're making it do here. Okay. There we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the hair on the side, we're going to pin a little bit of it in. Both sides we want to do that. Just pin it straight into the hairstyle. Now that same hair that we pinned, we're going to take across the front, we're going to slightly wrap it. If you want to, put another pin at the top to hold the loop down. And then take this across, just like that. And then take the piece on this side that you pinned down. Now what you can do, and actually will make this really pretty, is instead of wrapping, just twisting them, you can braid them. And that'll add a little extra to it as well. Make it look really nice. Okay, now what we do with this hair at the back is we're just going to lightly bobby pin it down so it isn't just, you know, free floating and crazy. So we want to make sure, you know, that it still covers the back, because we still have that bun in the back to cover that sock bun thing. You're going to kind of scrunch it up while you do this. There we go. Now we have flowers. I normally skip flowers, but for a hairstyle like this, we make the exception. Some flowers in the hairstyle. And you can attach the flowers with U-pins. That's what I'm using. Or you can use bobby pins. It's entirely up to you. And you can see the water is already given out on my hair. It's not quite so smooth anymore. And if you really are a perfectionist and want the hair to look really, really good in the back with these curls, is you can curl them up with my curling technique. The curls look good enough for me. I'm just going to leave them. As I said, no one's going to see this hairstyle other than you guys. But if you really want them to look excellent, you can curl them around. And if you want the real southern look, you're going to use a lot of hair in a curl, because in the old ringlets, like they were thick ringlets. You know, you wouldn't see any of these gaps between them. It would just be one big, thick ringlet all the way down. So there you have it. And in order to smooth away the stuff, as I said, use hairspray like on top of the bun. The tendency is for the hair to kind of go all crazy, especially now that it's really dry in the air because of the winter. Static electricity is going to be a big problem. Just use some hairspray, use a little bit of water, whatever you like, and that'll smooth it down. So yeah, there's our hairstyle for the week. I hope you all have a great day, great week, and remember, getting the perfect hairstyle is little trouble.